Merry Christmas, Wingman. We wanted to take a second and just wish you guys Merry Christmas. We have seen a lot of questions about the Wingman 5-step test and landing zones. We just wanted to come and address this question now. We wanted to show you the asset doc and then kind of how to fill that out. And then I was going to have Nathaniel kind of show a little bit how he views those landing zones and then how he thinks about it as far as creating art. So we're going to go to Amazon. We'll do something different. We'll do dancing since we always use the cat niche. So if you just start with dancing or dance and then put in t-shirt, this is normally how we're starting our search. So the first thing we're looking at is just, are there t-shirts here? Are there enough results for us to try to see if we can start niching down to find good landing zones so that we can run our Wingman 5-step test on? And as you can see, there's a lot of t-shirts here. There's quite a lot of other competitors. There's 20,000 other results. So what we're going to do is try to start niching down. What we normally start doing is just looking at the page and kind of scrolling down to see what's there. So the very first one is eat, sleep, dance, repeat. We're normally trying to, we'll open up that listing. We'll take a part of that title and start typing it in to see if it autofills, because that's the very first rule. I don't know if you want to show that Wingman 5-step test right now.
Yeah.
So here's our rules. We want to see if it autofills. We want to see that there's mostly t-shirts on page. We want to see less than 2,000 results. We want to make sure 8 out of the top 10 have BSR and at least 2 of them are under 1 million. So now that we've niched or looked and kind of saw dancing and we're starting to try to niche down, eat, sleep, dance, repeat is the saying or that they're going after. So we're going to go up to the Amazon search bar and start typing that in. So as you can see, it autofills. We're going to pick the one that says shirt. And the next thing we're going to do is just look to see if the page, if they're mostly t-shirts on the page. So as you can see, most of them are t-shirts. Then we look at the results. There's 247. That's excellent for us. And then for us, the easiest thing to check to see if the top 10 are selling is just to run Jungle Scout. So you can see here the top 10 listings, all of them have BSR, and there are a few under 1 million. We're just looking for 2. This passes. The next thing we're going to do is just take this keyword phrase and copy this onto our asset doc. And we're also going to take the link. This just makes it easier, so when we go back, it's much easier to find that page to do additional research or for Nathaniel to look at and pick which art style he wants to go after. So we'll go back to dance or dancing or whatever we put in the beginning to start. I think it was dance shirt.
Yep, dance shirt.
So instead of
T-shirt.
looking at a shirt, what we're going to try to do is look at additional keywords inside other people's listings. I don't know a ton about dance, but maybe we can find like a dance style. What is that, ballet when they have their foot back like that?
This one?
Yeah.
Sure. You probably know as much about dance as I do.
So we'll just type in ballet since that's another way to niche down. So I would delete all of that off top
Okay.
so we can see if it autofills. How about dancer? And then, yeah. So here again, if you knew more about the niche, you could easily pick other words to put in there. We don't know a ton about dance. We saw ballet as one of them, so I just typed in, or had Nathaniel type in ballet dancer. It did autocomplete. The next thing we do is look at the pages or the t-shirts on the page like Nathaniel did. He showed just the top 10 are all t-shirts. And then we're looking at results. There's less than 2,000. There's 1,000 results. Then the next thing we're going to do is run Jungle Scout. So all of these are under, well, first the top 10, 8 of the top 10 have BSR, which they do, and then almost all of them are under 1 million, which all of them are under 1 million. So this is another one that we would add to our asset doc. So I guess we'll go back to the landing zone we were just at, and then I'll have Nathaniel kind of just break down. We would use this one landing zone and try to put multiple shirts here to target these customers that are on going to this page.
Yeah, so you kind of have to switch the brain that you're using, or the part of your brain that you're using. Steven does the data side of things, so he can find where to put these shirts, and then you got to think about, instead of looking at the titles mostly when you're doing research on these pages, you want to actually look at the artwork on these shirts and see, okay, this is what Amazon is showing the customer because this is what other customers are buying. So how can we take influence from what we're already seeing here and make a design that's similar, but not exactly copying what we already have. So you can see, like, just quickly glancing at these top couple of shirts, that like this light pink color, I think that's pink, it's either pink or white, is a pretty popular color, so maybe that's something we want to use in our design, and just keeping it like fairly simple. Now this one's obviously an outlier, it's got all the colors of a rainbow, it's like a real animated thing, but if you know my style of bold, clean, and simple, that's what I'm mostly looking at, and you'll see 9 out of the 10 shirts here are bold, clean, and simple, of just like either one color graphics or just a few colors for each of these graphics. This one's 2, so that's something we want to keep in mind as well. And you can actually see that like boys and men's dance, like that's something that's represented here as well. So maybe that's something we want to go after, is putting that in our design somehow and using this blue color. You can see that that's standing out on top of these black shirts.
So hopefully we clarified what landing zones are, our Wingman 5-step test. We showed you how to use the asset doc. We just wanted to, as a thank you for everybody in the Facebook crew group, we're going to give you 25 landing zones, probably around this dancing theme. That'll be attached to this video.
Yes.
And if you're seeing this on the university page and you'd like to be a part of the Facebook group, that will also be in that post of how you can join our Facebook group.
Yeah, we just have a short prerequisite to get into that group, but we'd love to have you over there. So definitely check the description of both of these videos wherever you're watching this, and there'll be some information, either a present or a way to get that present.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
Have a good one.